been using forever, so I'm not gonna really test it out, but I am gonna mix it with this Mary Kay Time Wise Daily Solution Sunscreen and see what it does. So I mostly just take a little bit and dab it all over my face. I have really dry skin, so we're just gonna do that first. Now that that's all rubbed in, we're gonna test this out. Okay, it's really liquidy if you can tell. I'm not really sure how much to use, so I just did 2 pumps. It feels really like, it feels runny, but it's like thick on the face, it feels like. And it smells like sunscreen, which I'm not really a big fan of. I guess we'll see if it works. Next, we're gonna test out a new primer. It's by Laura Geller, and it is the Spackle, and it has SPF 30. So I'm using 2 products that has SPF in them. This one has SPF 35, and this one has SPF 30. So we'll give this primer a try. I just did 2 little squeezes. It's pretty thick. I'm just gonna dot it on my face, just like I do on face products, pretty much. Okay, next we're gonna go in with this Lorac CC cream. It's not really a tested out, but I've been using it for a while, and it's a good, like, it's really thick, but it gives you like enough coverage so you don't like sweat it off, if you know what I mean. Like on those hot days where you don't want to wear too much makeup, but you want a little foundation. I like to use this. I'm gonna use this. It's like a knockoff of the Artiste. I just got it off Amazon. I got a whole full set. But I'm just gonna rub it in with this. These actually work really good, so if you wanted to buy, like, not the Artiste brushes because they're really expensive, and you want to get just like a cheap version, I really recommend these. And I'll try to find them and list them down below. So like they were like $24 for like a 10-piece set, so it's not bad compared to like $200. And I do have some left over on my hands, so I'm just gonna put the rest on. Under my eyes, there's really dark circles. So there's that. And then I'm just gonna go in with my Naked Skin concealer, and then I'm gonna take this Mary Kay concealer. It's in shade 6C23. I think it's gonna be too light, but we're just gonna try it. So I'm just gonna go in with this. Obviously it's really too light, so then I'm just gonna go in with my Naked Skin concealer and just go like underneath of it, just so I can get a little bit of highlight. I'm also gonna go back in with it and do my nose. Cupid's bow, and my chin. I'm gonna go in with this concealer, another one of those knockoff Artiste brushes, and just blend it in. Mary Kay concealer actually did a really good highlight job. Let's do this eye now. I'm actually really liking that concealer. It's a bit too light, so I might order darker one, maybe a shade up, 2 or 3 shades up, maybe 1, I don't know yet. I'll just see what they look like. Alright, so I'm just going to take my Real Techniques sponge, it's pretty dirty, I haven't cleaned it, and my RCMA powder, no color. Works really good for setting. So we're just going to do that. And we're just going to press it under the eyes. We're going to put it everywhere we put concealer. I like to put a lot just so I know my concealer is set and it won't crease on me. So now that I'm done with that, I'm just gonna let it sit or bake as they call it. And then I'm just gonna do my eyes. I'm not gonna do any eyeshadow today because I'm not really in the mood to do it. So I am gonna go with this new Too Faced liner that I got. I've been using it for a little bit now and I really like it. It's called the Sketch Marker by Too Faced and I really enjoy it. So I'm gonna go like out of frame for a second, but I'm gonna wing it out. Alright, so there's one eye done. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's there, I swear. Alright, so then I'm gonna do this eye. And there's that. So I got a little sample pack of all the Benefit mascaras. I've been trying this one out, the Roller Lash, and I really like it, so we're gonna give another one a try. We're gonna give Bad Girl Lash. I always like to pair my mascaras with this because it makes my lashes look way longer and I don't have to wear falsies. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna go out of frame again, but I'll show you what it looks like after. So first I go by taking this, just separating my lashes and making sure that they're kind of lengthened a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with this. This mascara isn't really working out for me. I feel like it's not wet enough for the look I like. So we're just not gonna use that one. So I'm gonna go with a no for that. And we're gonna go in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Just to add some volume and get back where I want it to be. Alright, so one eye is done and I'll get closer so you can see what it looks like. I got mascara all over my eyelid, but I will fix that. But these are my natural lashes with mascara and without, just so you can see that. I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. So far, I think I like the products on my face. They kind of made my face a little sticky, but I think it's from all the sunscreen in the products. Maybe I should, when I use the Mary Kay stuff, I'm just not going to use the other stuff on top of it because I think it is too much SPF. So here are my finished lashes. And I'll do the bottom lashes so you can see what they look like after. And I do use the telescopic for my bottom lashes. It's just by L'Oreal. I think it's like $10 for it, but it's better than like 23, and it works really good. And here is the finished eye look. Nothing really that impressive, but good enough for now. So then what I do to clean up my mascara, I just lick this. I know some of you might find it gross, but it's better than doing anything else. Wasting a whole makeup remover. Okay, so now that that's cleaned up, I'm just gonna take this brush. I actually got these off Macari. It came with like a 10-piece set. I'll find them and link them below, but I'm just gonna dust away all the setting powder. Alright, now that that's gone, we can start on our blush, highlight, and bronzer. My favorite parts of doing makeup. For bronzer, I'm going to use this L'Oreal Glam Bronze in shade 2 Medium. And then I'm going to be using this e.l.f. brush. It kind of faded away, but it's just my favorite contour brush. It's like $3 or $6. I'm just going to go in. If it's too like streaky, you can go in with, I like to go in with my Real Techniques sculpting brush just to like buff it out, make it pretty even. But then it doesn't look so harsh of a line. And then I'm gonna do the other side. And I do like to go up around my hairline just to make it even and go around my chin. And again, I'll just take my Real Techniques brush and get the harsh lines gone. Make sure to blend this so you don't look like you have really dark lines under your chin. Just sculpt a little bit. Make your face more defined. So there's that. And then for blush, I'm going to go in with this Milani brush in Tea Rose 08. It's really pretty. This is like my go-to blush in my collection. We're just going to put that on the apples of our cheeks. I always put a lot of blush on because it doesn't stay long. And then for highlight, I'm going to go in with this Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. It's in Radiant Lights, and this is like super pigmented. Look at that. And then it's super pigmented, and it's only like $6 at Ulta, so I highly recommend it. And I'm just gonna go on with this fan brush from e.l.f. or just do it on the tops of my cheekbones for a good highlight. And then I'm gonna go down my nose and right here. Get my lips a little plumpify. Last but not least is eyebrows. So I'm going to be using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in dark brown. Works the best for me. And then I'm also going to be using this Benefit Gimme Brow. So I'm just going to trace my brows first, and then I'm going to fill them in. I'm not very good at doing my brows, but again, with them so they're not so bold in places, I guess. And then I just go in and blend them all out with my spoolie on the end. And then I'll just go in with the Gimme Brow right at the beginning. And just fill them in. And this stuff is really good if you're in a rush and you just want to give your eyebrows some depth. It does a really good job for that. I do have a little bald spot right there, so I'm just going to go in with my Brow Wiz again and just pencil it in a little bit. It takes me like 2 seconds to do my brows, but and there's how I do it. And then for the end, I'm going to go in with my MAC Fix Plus and just spray on my face. Let that sit for a second, and then I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay setting spray. Basically, this is just to like make your makeup not look so like powdery if you use a lot of powder. And then this is actually like a setting spray, so I'm just going to use it on top of that. And then we're done. The completed look.